We are always busy with so many tasks in a day that we forget to eat on time, we don't exercise, no sleep, have no family time, and even no time for a bath. In this situation, we can never even imagine working towards our passion, going close to the nature. Don't we all want to live a simpler life? To get a grip on our time and do the things that really matter to us? I can say we all share this thought as there is an improved popularity of content that shows living or traveling closer to nature. This also shows living a simple life in tune with nature with lots of time for hobbies and gardening. After dreaming for the last 10 years, I can have that simple life away from the hustle and bustle of the city now. I had some families as guests, and every one of them expressed how much they would love to have this kind of life. What if I tell you that we can achieve that kind of calm, simple life by implementing a few key habits? That's what we are going to explore in today's video. The key to a simple life is to find what matters to us and leave everything else. Most of us feel busy and overloaded. We say yes too much. We end up having too many extra things in our schedules. We end up buying too many unwanted things. Maybe because we think it is expected of us or we see other people doing it, we feel that we should also do it. We put ourselves into wanting more. Most of us think everything is important and want to do it all. We think to make something better, something needs to be added. This feeling takes us away from what is extremely important to us. On the other hand, to live a simple life, we need to think about what is absolutely necessary for us and work on those very few things that are extremely important to us. To make something better, we need to think of taking things away. Letting things go to have a simpler life, we need to remove the things that are not necessary to us so we can have space for what matters to us. The problem is we get so attached to the things we own. Let me tell you a theory. We value objects more if we own them versus if we didn't. Because of this, it is harder for us to let go of things. One way of living more intentionally is getting into the habit of acting as if we don't own that thing. For example, if we can think that we don't own those clothes at the back of the closet, would we go to buy those at the present moment? This goes the same not only for material things but also for the situations in our lives. If you don't get an opportunity to attend an event, would you create that opportunity to attend that event? If the answer is no, then they are not important to us. We can make more time for the things that are important to us by letting these things go. The art of saying no is a very important skill to get a grip on our time and create a simpler life. When we don't say no, we won't even realize where our time is going. Through things like cleaning up the stuff that we don't even need in the first place and social gatherings that we don't even want to go to. So, when should we say no? When it is not a hell yes, it is a no. I wrote it down on a piece of paper and kept it on my pin board in front of my workstation. You can also try doing that. Saying no is hard, there is no doubt about it. Deep inside of us, we want to be liked by others around us. We feel guilty when we say no to someone. We forget that saying no to a request is not saying no to the person. We can kindly thank them for the invitation and firmly say it is not possible this time. We are not saying no to everything just for the sake of saying. We are saying no to non essentials in our life. When we have time and space, we can say wholehearted yes to a few important things. Creating space is another important thing to live a simpler life. Living in a house surrounded by nature looks very inviting because it gives us digital, physical, and mental breathing space. That takes us away from the stresses of life. So, why not create this kind of space in our everyday life? Our lives are intertwined with gadgets. Most of our work is on computers. We keep consuming new content through them. In a way, that is good as we are learning so many new things. But we forget to take mental space away from all those. We need to intentionally take time away from our devices. Dedicate a time when you won't touch any device. In our house, meal times and walk times are no device times. We still have to perfect that habit, but sometimes we remind each other to keep the device away. Instead of looking for immediate distraction, we can focus on what is happening around us. We can notice how a wasp is building its home and the birds chirping. Is there any tension in our shoulders, neck, and relax them? When we create mental space, learn to say no to the non essentials and focus on the important things, we are on track to living a simpler life. Did you notice we didn't have to escape to a house in the countryside? All that said, even when you move to the countryside, life is still life. You will love it there and life will get an improvement, but it's not magic. You are still you. If you carry your bad habits along, like being on your phone too much, just putting a pizza into oven instead of choosing veggies from the garden and not taking time out for exercise, etc., etc., when you don't change your mindset, you can't have a calm and simple life. Think about it.